Okay, welcome back to Showdown. So, we've got a lot to get through here. We have only got 2 more shows after this to hype up our next pay-per-view event, Civil War 2002, which will take place in the month of March. So, Disco Inferno is making his return, and he's teaming up with his old buddy Alex Wright, and they are going to beat the Altar Boys in the opener. Here we have an angle. The Cat attacks Buff Bagwell backstage to start their feud. The Wall is going to beat New Jack in a TV title match to regain his title. Scott Steiner and Lash LaRoe are going to give each other verbals as they continue their feud. The Impact players are going to beat Team ECW to regain their tag titles. Chris Kanyon is going to steal Sting's finishing maneuver. That's keeping that feud alive. Shane Douglas, US title on the line, and he's going to beat Chuck Palumbo, who is Shawn Stasiak's teammate, who Shane Douglas is currently feuding with. 2 vs 2 angle. Shannon Moore and Shane Helms have called out Kaz and Yang. They called them out, and they end up having a big brawl. AJ Styles, as requested, has got his match against Chavo Guerrero, and he's going to win. And in the main event, just to test the waters, see how these 2 guys get on, because they're both faces, and both are, they're not ready to turn heel yet, because it's too soon after they turned face. So let's see how they get on, and if they have a good match together, I think this is definitely got to be the feud to make after Hennig's finished with Hogan, and Jarrett has finished with Candido. So let's get started. Very good opener. Disco Inferno, his gimmick was a bit stale. He debuted his new one and it got a positive response. Buff Bagwell the Cat, the fans bought into that, and I think it'll be a really good feud for these 2. They're both 2 guys that I feel with a feud or 2 could really get into not main event status, but could be well on their way. For Wall and New Jack, not as good as match as I thought it would be, and for Wall actually had a better match with Mark Jindrak last episode, and he's still the TV champion. Scott Steiner, that went well. Impact players, Team ECW, a good match, and the aim of this was to build up to a future match between the 2, which is going to be at Civil War. They work well together, 4 former ECW employees here, and the tag titles have gained in image. So Sting here is in the ring. Kanyon comes out and attacks. Kanyon gets the upper hand. Kanyon floors Sting. Scorpion Deathlock just to embarrass Sting. So there we go. Chuck Palumbo, Shane Douglas. Surprisingly poor match. I'm hoping that Shawn Stasiak, Shane Douglas doesn't get a similar sort of rating to this, but I'm a bit worried now. So there we go. Shane Douglas remains US champ. Okay, everyone lost overness from this, 65%. It didn't go down well for whatever reason. AJ Styles, Chavo Guerrero. Match quality, quite often they're getting 100% for quality here. Can't really say much more than that. Okay, this did good. Lash LaRoe he's debuted as a new gimmick and it gained a positive response. He gained overness from this segment, an interview with Scott Steiner, so that is very pleasing. And for main event, there we go. Oh dear. Jarrett has got a new gimmick and it got a negative response, but the match did very well, so I'm just hoping it's not going to hurt Jarrett's overness. A good 77% show there. Let's just see what Jeff Jarrett is at the minute. He's gone down to 86. And he's an old school face as well. I thought that would help him. Obviously it's not. I just hope that he doesn't continue to plummet because of that. So we know Hennig and Hogan's ready to be ended. Candido, Jarrett. Candido has a big lead there. And Scott Steiner has a big lead in this one. We don't really need to look at the others. Sting Canyon's been going on for a bit. 4-3 to Kanyon, and that's an even feud as it stands. 0.46 rating for Showdown, 7,500 people in attendance, which is good. Shane Douglas thinks he should be higher on the card. That is main event. Where's Shane Douglas? I don't want it to ruin his push. I really don't want it to ruin it. But I guess he's requested it and we want him to be happy. So he likes that. I just hope it's not too soon. I really hope it's not too soon at all. Unhappy workers. Lance Storm's down to 1% again. Sting is at 9%. Same as last time. Oh, hey, Chris Jericho is coming to an end. Mind you, I've never been able to offer a WWF guy a contract. It's just never happened. They always, and I never get informed about it either. Other promotions, but let's stick Jericho on the shortlist. View roster. Let's shortlist for worker. I think we go into WCW here. Let's have a look at our sponsors, by the way. Yeah, cool. No, it's on my name, I think. Shortlist. Oh, we've got quite a big shortlist here. So workers who appear on your shortlist are monitored by your scouts and now receive mails when significant changes happen to them. So we've got 11 on our shortlist here. Let's... Okay, 1.1, 1.18, that's fine. Okay, just 2 more shows and then we've got the pay-per-view. So we really need to build this up. So we'll leave the video there and see you next time for an episode of Uprising.